My name is Rafael Vescovi. I'm a computational scientist at Argonne National Laboratory, and part of my projects is to guide the automation of science. Types of science that we are initially automating at Argonne are the large-scale facilities like the Advanced Photon Source, and what we are trying to automate is initially all the data processing, which is every single step that the data goes through after it's acquired on an experiment. The next generation of exascale computers, which we'll be hosting at Argonne, starting with Aurora, will literally allow for a scale of computing that the researchers didn't have before. What that means in practice is that I can acquire as much data as I want. Processing power is not a bottleneck for researchers anymore, allowing the scientists to expand on maybe acquiring more data or maybe acquiring more complicated data. Right now, we have the experiment part, or this inner science, which is everything from selecting a sample, making the sample, making the experiment, acquiring the data, processing the data. And then some scientist says like, well, I think based on this result that we should try this different experiment. So closing the loop is having the computer look to the data, read all the scientific knowledge that was acquired, and saying, I think that the next experiment should be this one. For me, the most exciting thing about continuing this work at Argonne is the possibility of science that wasn't possible before. We have this top-notch accelerator facility, we have the exascale computing facility, we're going to have self-driving laboratories. This scale of research is only possible on a national laboratory like Argonne. As a scientist, the goal is to propose new ideas, test them, prove them right or wrong, and many times we end up archiving our boldest and biggest ideas because they needed a computer that is too big or an accelerator that doesn't exist yet. With Aurora and the APS upgrade coming online, what was impossible a year ago may be everyday science a year from now.